Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is look number 3 in my purple series. This is my dramatic evening look. It's a little bit different than maybe what you guys are normally used to seeing. I decided to kind of go off the beaten path and do something a little bit different. I'll zoom in here for you guys. So this is the final look. So if you guys are interested in seeing a non-traditional purple eyeshadow tutorial, something for evening, keep watching, it's coming right up. Alright, for today's look we are going to start with this base. Oh, and by the way, I already put some of my Sonia Kashuk Tinted Moisturizer on. I went over that with a little bit of my NYX Compact Powder Foundation, and I filled in my eyebrows, and that's all I've done. I just wanted to save a little bit of time with the video. Let me know what you guys think, if you like seeing full face videos or you like when I just get to the point and do the eye makeup tutorial. So just let me know what you like to see. I'm going to take a little bit of this Bad to the Bronze, what is this called? Bad to the Bronze. Yeah, Bad to the Bronze. This is the Color Tattoo eyeshadow from Maybelline. And that's what we're going to use today. And I'm going to take it on this e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm going to start at the inner corner here and work it over. Now I realize that this is a purple eye makeup tutorial, but I'm doing something a little bit different today. I hope that you guys like it. It's just that there's so many, tutorials out there that are dramatic, and it's typically the same thing. It goes from light in the inner corner and dark to the outer corner, and I kind of wanted to do something that I thought would be really pretty for summer. And so I decided to use gold and purple together. So this this base that I'm using is obviously an inexpensive cream shadow, and that's what we're trying to do today. We're trying to keep the whole tutorial in keeping with our inexpensive purple theme. What I'm going to use next is this purple from my Sleek palette. This is the primer palette. And I'm going to use the other side of my concealer brush here. And just place that out here in the outer corner. And bring it in. Now if you don't have this, NYX has their eyeshadow pencils. It's pretty easy to find a cream eyeshadow in a dark purple in like drugstore brands. Sorry guys, I forgot to zoom in. Okay, as promised, I am using my BH Cosmetics. This is the matte palette. Over here in the little brown section, here's the black. I'm going to use this bronze color right here. And what I'm going to do is just push that in right over our bronze base. Okay, for our next color, again from the matte palette, and this is smack dab right in the center on the bottom, we're going to use this purple color right here. We're going to use the same brush. This is my little Sonia Kashuk brush, which is quickly becoming my favorite brush. What we're going to do is just push this in right over the top of that purple. And I'm really packing this color on. I want it to be really dark. What I'm going to do is take a little brush like this into that purple and just going to kind of run it into my crease like that, a little bit at an angle. I'll tell you what, this loose eyelid skin is for the birds. It really is an adjustment. When you start getting older and you realize that the skin on your eyelids just isn't cooperating like it used to, it stinks. Okay, we're going to use a little, and I can't find my, oh, here it is. I'm going to use my Ulta Crease brush right in the crease here. And I'm just going to start blending this. Just lightly blending, and then just start kind of taking it up. I'm going to take my MAC 217 and just start blending that out even more. Sometimes it's... Okay, what I'm going to do now is go into my BH shimmer palette here, and I'm going to go into that very same color, but it's a shimmer shade. Again, it's in the very center all the way to the bottom. I'm going to go into that one using that same little Sonia Kashuk brush. Once I get some more money, I'm going to go back and get some more of these brushes because I really, really like them. And I'm just going to push that shimmer shadow right over the top of the matte. Because again, this is a more of an evening look, so you can afford to go a little bit heavier with your eye color. And again, if you're hooded or deep set, make sure you bring some of that color up onto your brow bone. Just going to take that same 217, and what I'm doing is I'm holding the brush flat like this so that I'm making it kind of narrow like that, as opposed to trying to blend this way. I'm blending this way so that I have a little bit more control as to where my eyeshadow is going. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Alright, so I'm going to take this little brush right here, and I'm going to go back into the matte purple. And I'm going to run that along my lower lash line here. And what I'm going to do is just bring it right up in here and connect it. But I get it as close to the corner here as I can and then pull in. So if you want, you can start right there like that and then pull the color inward. The Chihuahua she keeps trying to get in my room, and I locked her out because she comes in for 2 seconds and then she leaves. Okay, what I'm going to do also with that same little brush is on my eyelid where these two colors meet, I'm just going to lightly kind of blur this line so that the colors look like they're blending into each other right here at the center, as opposed to it just being a hard line. And then if you want to, you can pull this purple over even more, but I would be careful doing that. You know, if you have really small eyes, this could kind of close you up even more. Okay, what I'm going to do next is go into this little Makeup Academy palette. It's the Heaven and Earth. And I realize if you live here in the United States, you can't get Makeup Academy, but all I'm using is this bright color here for my inner corner highlight. So just take any kind of bright color that you have, a bright flesh tone, for your inner corner, just to help brighten that up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go back into my matte palette, my BH matte palette, and I'm going to take this little brush here. This is from Target. This is just a smudge brush. And I'm going to take this color here up in the corner and mix it with a little bit of the one on the bottom and push that in right here. When I say color on the bottom, I mean the one directly below it. So I'm mixing these two together. One is a little more of a flesh tone and the other one is more of a white. And if you want to, you can run that into the line, the purple line. Take out some of that harshness. I wanted to let you guys know that I will be having Robin back this week, and I am going to do an evening look on her. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, please let me know. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes just a little bit. We're going to put some false lashes on. I'm going to put a little bit of my mascara on. This is just a little bit, not too much. Okay, so I have these lashes. These are from Sonia Kashuk. That's what they look like. And they are, there's no name to these. They're just, it just says full lash set. That's what the back says. So I'm just going to use these. I love Sonia Kashuk eyelashes. Whenever they go on clearance at Target, I buy all of them. So if they've got 5 pairs that are on clearance, I buy all of them because I just really like them a lot. So a while back, I had some of you asking me to do a tutorial for false eyelashes for people with deep set eyes or hooded eyes. And to be honest with you, there's no difference in how you apply your lashes if you have deep set eyes or hooded eyes. You apply them the exact same way anybody else would. What I can suggest though would be to use half lashes, or you know, you have a pair like this, cut them in half and just use them at the outer corner. It kind of helps elongate your eye, draws people's attention out this way. If you have small eyes, again, wearing your eyelashes out here will really help create that illusion of larger eyes. But at the moment, I do not have any of those, and I don't want to cut these. But I love her lashes. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put some mascara on just to bring my, to kind of mesh my lashes in with the false ones. And I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara to my lower lashes as well. Okay, I'm going to use some black liner on my waterline. This is my Essence I Love Rock Gloss Eye Pencil. Okay, so my eyes are basically done. I'm going to go ahead and conceal a little bit. And I'm using my Neutrogena Bright Eyes. I decided not to put any gel liner on because, like I've said a million times, if you have eyes like mine, once you line your upper lash line, everything, all the color that you put on your eyelid, I mean, you can't see it. I'm going to use my new Real Techniques brush. This is the setting brush. And I'm just taking a little bit of my NYX powder foundation and patting this in under my eye. I really, really like this brush a lot. So make sure when you line your water lines, the upper and lower, that you really take that black eye pencil and wiggle it in between your eyelashes. That will create a fuller look to your eyelashes, as well as, you know, the obvious fullness from the false. Okay, I am going to use this awesome blush from Milani. I'm going to use this awesome I am going to use this awesome blush from Milani. It is, I never use these little thingies, it's still on the bottom. Rose de Oro, number 9. This is what the blush looks like. It's beautiful. I really like it. You have to be very light-handed with it though, because if you're not, you'll end up with too much blush. I'm going to use this angle brush to apply this. And I'm just going for like the back of my cheeks. There goes my camera again. I guess the setting that I chose did not help with that. I'm just putting it back here. There it goes again. And if you find that you have put on too much blush, you can always use your foundation brush, or you can take some of your powder and take a brush and just go over it lightly like that. and that will immediately tone down your blush. Okay, for my bronzer, I don't have any inexpensive bronzers. Well, I have my Bourjois, and then I have the Palladio. I used the Palladio in my last video, so I'm going to use the Bourjois today. I know you can't get in the United States. I apologize, but there are a lot of things that my friends in Europe can't get. So I kind of feel like it's fair to mix things up a little bit, you know? If I'm going to do an inexpensive video, I feel like I should be able to mix and match or mix up the products, you know? So sometimes, you know, like today I use some Makeup Academy, and now I liked using the BH Cosmetics because I think anyone in the world can get BH Cosmetics if I'm not mistaken. So that's why I decided to use that, but I feel bad for all of my friends that live in Europe because, you know, they can't get everything that we can, just like we can't get all of their stuff. But I feel like it's important that I incorporate makeup from both the US and Europe. I just think it's only fair. Okay, for my lips, I'm going to use my Rock and Rose lip liner from Jordana. I'm going to use my e.l.f. matte lip color in Nearly Nude in the center. I'm experimenting. And then I'm going to go over that with a little bit of my NYX lip plumper. Oh, and the color is simply called Elizabeth. Okay, so basically we are all done with today's look. I'm going to zoom in on my eyes a little bit. I hope you guys like this. Again, I realize that it's very different, but I think it would be so pretty for summertime. You know, just something different, bronzes and purples, or bronze and like cranberry colors and greens. There's just so many possibilities. I think that like bronzy brown colors look well with just about anything. Look, I really hope you guys like this. Again, like I said earlier, I realize that this is a lot different than maybe what a lot of you had in mind. I just think that there are so many like purple eyeshadow tutorials and like purple evening looks and smoky eyes and dramatic looks, and you don't see a whole lot done with like golds or bronzy colors mixed with like blues or purples or even like cranberry colors. I just think it's so pretty. But I wanted to do something that I felt was a little more summery. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. You know, if you want to see a different purple evening look, you know, I'd be happy to do another one. Just let me know, okay? So you guys take care, have a great day, and I will see you very soon. Bye.